What's up, y'all? I appreciate you for tuning in. Today, we're back with another one. So, this video gonna be a little bit different. I'm kind of gonna go into living in truth. Accepting false for what's going on with you. But before I get to that, man, I hope everybody's taking care of themselves. Hope everybody is, doing the best that they can. Waking up every day trying, that's all we can do at the end of the day. So yeah, with that being said, man, living in truth. And what I mean by living in truth, whatever the truth is, I'm dying behind it, and I'm willing to kill behind it. So, and not to say that either two of those is something that I'm trying to do, but that's how convicted I am behind the truth. So, whatever consequences come with living in truth or my truth, that's where we're going with it. That's where we're willing to go with it. So, I have people that look up to me. I have a lot of people who I may not even know, watch, look, listen. So, with that being said, man, I try to be everything that I claim to be. That's exactly who I am. So, for me, living in truth, walking in spirit, man, it don't matter what consequences come. It don't matter the trials. It just don't matter. So when you're living in that truth, evil, people trying to knock you off that truth, it's just another stepping stone. So, and if you believe like how I believe, when I pray, I walk with God by myself. So everywhere I go, if it's not with my girl, then I'm by myself for the most part. So, man, and I say I'm by myself, you ain't never by yourself. And I call it walking in spirit. If you go to a therapist, and I've heard people say this, Mike Tyson especially, he said this. He said, if I tell him that I hear voices, I'm crazy. Well, majority folks hear voices. They try to get rid of them. They don't want to hear the voices. That's your spirit. That's what's controlling what we got going on. That's the intuition, what lives inside of you. That's what that is, in my opinion. So when it comes down to certain scenarios, you got to pick one or the other. So you living in somebody else's truth or being a part of their truth that could very well not even be the truth. What you know is right, you stand on that and you stand by that. And whatever consequences come behind that, that's what comes behind that. So, when I say certain people who look up to me, that I hold a high standard for in their mind, that's where that comes from. Is when you're walking and you see something shouldn't be going on, are you gonna turn your eye, act like you didn't see it? If there's a foul situation going on, do you just continue to let it be foul? And now I'm gonna say this: everybody is not capable of living in their truth. They're not convicted enough. They don't believe in themselves enough. They're not willing to die and kill behind what they know is right. And that takes courage, and that takes conviction. man, it don't get no worse in my mind than living in falsehood. Living with things you know aren't right. And some people don't have, like I said, some people don't have what it takes to make it right. But somebody that does, and you know you do, stand on that. No matter what the consequences are, no matter what comes with it, you got to stand on that. So standing for something, you know, I wouldn't say it's hard, because like I say, when I say I walk with God, I don't fear no man. I don't fear no evil. And it's written all over me. Now, I'm not looking for anything like that. But behind the truth, and behind what I know is the truth, I'm willing to face it. And I know I got God on my side. So who are you? You see what I'm saying? I can't lose. Even worst case scenario, I don't lose. At the end of the day, I was here on this earth, living in my truth, walking in spirit. So that means more than somebody who makes it to 90 and has been living in falsehood, putting everything off on something else, or you know, trying to convince others that they're living in truth. When you live in truth, you don't have to convince nobody. So this video, it's not to convince, because what's understood doesn't have to be explained. But yet, some people don't even realize what they're capable of. If you're willing to die behind a meaningless cause, 9 times out of 10, you be willing to die behind the truth and a cause that means something to your family, to the world. So that's where it boils down to. You know, you gotta have certain people around you, I feel like, in life, that you see and they're living opposite of what you know you're capable of or what you're living. So when you see others not living in truth, living in falsehood, trying to convince others that they are the truth, well, you expose that. That's what you do. It's not about I'm right, you're wrong. Man, the truth don't ever change. It don't ever change. So when you stand on something, you know, it's got to be for the right reasons. So when I talk about consequences, or, man, it's when you're convicted behind something, and I'm not talking about just anything. I'm talking about something that means something to you. I'm not talking about somebody scratched my car, or, you know what I mean, somebody cussed me out, or something, you know what I mean, something that you can overcome with different tools. I'm talking about something that really hits you in the soul, that gives you purpose. Man, you live behind that and you die behind that. So when I say the consequences, there's no greater consequence than living in falsehood your whole life. Now, when I say you're trying to prolong what you know is wrong, you're doing yourself a disjustice, an injustice. You ain't doing yourself no favor. So, you gotta pick in this world today, what do I stand on? What am I willing to die and live behind? And who? Because it's all about, that's making these videos, walking around, trying to impact by little things, shaking hands, getting to know people, sharing different thoughts with other people. It's about the impact. That's what this is about. So when you live and you take certain things with you when you're not here because you weren't convicted enough, even though you knew what to do, you weren't convicted enough to stand behind and die behind what you said you know is the truth. So that's a type of thing to where you got to look at it as, what's the impact I'm leaving? Because if you are standing on something and you believe in something, man, everybody around you will know you the truth. The people you speak to, the people who love you, your name will forever ring until they're gone. Your name will forever be passed down to the ones behind you. And that's what this is about. It's about enlightenment. It's about peace. All that. But you have to live in the truth, or you're doing yourself a injustice. So you try to wake up every day and you try your best, but at the end of the day, things that you don't want to encounter, the awkward conversations you don't want to have, the things that make you scared, the things that cause you fear about whatever it is, that's what you need to go after. And I'm not talking about robbing a bank. And I'm not talking about doing something evil. I'm talking about standing on what you know is right. Now, you can't save anybody. So, and I heard, and shout out to Charleston White. I heard him say, man, and you, with him, you got to get over, if you do check him out, you got to get over the character that he tries to put off, or he is putting off. Once you get past that, man, that's a good man. So, you can't, Jesus tried to save everybody. There's been a lot of people try to save people. Man, we can't save nobody. We're not God. We can't. So, what we can do is try our best to spread the right things to get people ready for this life and what comes with it. So if you're living in falsehood and you have children, I have no children, but if I had children and I was living in falsehood and you're spreading your falsehood that you've been living and passing it on to the next, to your offsprings, they're going to be living in falsehood. They're going to have an image of you that you never even lived. You ain't half the person you say you are. So, it's a downfall. It's an effect that just continues to go on and on and on. Well, some people spread down righteousness to their kids, and their kids walk in that, and they live in that. And that's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. When you live in that truth, there ain't nothing, what's going to happen? The inevitable. Something you can't run away from. You can run away from all the things that you know you're not. But while you're alive, what are you living in? That's the question. When you wake up, what are you living in? I'm not talking about your house. I'm talking about the truth. I'm talking about falsehood. That's what it is. So, and that's what this video is about. And, you know, you look at things, you see things. You just gotta, man, pick a direction and live in it. And whatever consequences come behind that, accept them. So, and when you look at things that you see that people ain't doing, or things that you could be doing, ain't nothing stopping you from doing it. When you get messages from your spirit, you don't even know that that's what that is. Why you get thoughts to do things, to do great things. You can downplay it all you want to, and you can ignore it. But they ain't here, just like me here making this video right now. Man, my spirit called me to make this video. I have a ton of notes about a bunch of more videos. But I don't get on here just to blabber. So, and I don't do it for a job. There's no money coming off this yet. Who knows? So, when you're living in that, man, you accept everything that comes with that. And you don't care and you don't give a damn who goes against you when you live in that truth. It don't matter. Whether it be anybody. The great Kali, King Kong, man, you looked at in his face, man, and you tell him, man, it is what it is. This is what I'm standing on. If you know that's right. So, in the gist of it all, living your truth. Protect your peace. Protect your inner peace by living in that truth. Mean what you say. Do what you say. Whatever you're called upon to do, we all are. We're not here for no reason. When you wake up, man, and you feel something that you need to get done for the day, do it. Feel it. Spread it. And some things don't allow us to do so. So we try to make small impacts, but small impacts sometimes are the greatest impacts. If you can help one person, or one person can help you, man, that's beautiful. So, you know, and that's what these videos is about. Is trying to not save. Like I said, nobody can save anybody. We're not the creator. We can bring tools and things to help you. So me at a young 20, I'm gonna grow so much in life. But as of right now, this is how I'm feeling. And this is what my spirit's telling me to do. So that's what I'm doing. And there's things outside of a video that y'all who aren't with me, that don't even know that goes on. But I'm doing. So you gotta walk it, and you gotta live it. So if you talking it, You gotta walk it. If you walking it, you gotta live it. So, am I perfect? Do I wake up every day and try to live in something that I'm not and tell y'all that, man, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread? No. I mess up all the time. You see what I'm saying? But it's the persistence. It's what keeps you coming back and trying to do good. That's what it's about. What are you convicted about? That's what it boils down to. It don't matter. It don't matter who tells you dumb. It don't matter who gets on here and comments and says, Dalton, you a dumbass, man. These videos don't mean nothing to me. Well, they ain't for you. You can't knock me off. You can't knock me off my path. You can't do it. It don't matter if it gets 5 views. That's 5 people. You see what I'm saying? One person's life ain't greater than the next person's life. So them 5 people got to see it. I'm happy with that. It is what it is. And this is a long video. If you made it to this far, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for watching and taking what I'm saying. And I hope you try to apply that with your life. But some people, even you watching this video, you may not be equipped to do it. You may not have it in you to do it. To walk and accept certain consequences that come with walking in spirit. And man, trying to be the truth. Exposing the fake. You may not have that. You probably ain't ready. And I'm talking about all kind of different readies. You probably ain't ready. So it's been a short 20 years, but it's been a long 20 years. And I know y'all feel what I'm saying. Those of you that's 20, those of you that's 25. It's a lot of things that go on in this life. Some people's stories are different than others. Some people are on different paths than me. Some people's lives have equipped them to be different, and they've adjusted. But the common denominator of it is what do you stand on? What are you living on? And how does it bring you peace and your family peace? And are you at peace with the consequences that may come? Because if you believe everything you say, if you believe everything you go to church and you listen at, you don't fear no evil. You don't fear anything worldly. Because the God you pray to is the same God that I pray to. The relationship, your relationship is no greater than my relationship. You can't convince me otherwise. So when you tapped in, man, you tapped into it. It don't make a difference on what you read, who you hear. You tapped into it. And that's the beauty of it. Man, you could be walking on the street holding a sign of being homeless and you tapped into it, man. You ain't no different than me living wherever I'm living. No different. Our bank account may be different, but the human, the spirit, man, you walking in truth, you walking in spirit. That's just where you at right now. But you accept it because that's the whole point. You accept where you're at. And you knew whatever you've been living up after is gonna have consequences that keep you where you're at. But you holding it down and you're living in your truth. That's your truth. So that's about a wrap for this video. I'm not at a spot to make videos every day, but when I feel convicted and I feel like I need to do something, or I need to spread something, whether it be for venting purposes or whether it be to impact your life or impact your mental or your spirit, because the truth, that's the thing about the truth, you feel the truth. You know if I'm sitting here lying to you right now. So with that being said, man, thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all have a good day. Peace.